We have seen quite a variety of raptors up to now, and I have had a variety of opinions about each of them. But I have no hesitation in saying that the Great Maccao is my favorite raptor of them all. The Great Maccao is one of the most realistic raptor designs this series has put forward. As much like their real-life counterparts, their bodies are mainly covered in feathers, but the Great Maccao itself is about the size of a Ceratosaurus, so close enough, I guess? I remember seeing this monster for the first time in Generations Ultimate, and I just thought it was really cool. Their bright colors, on top of just being spectacular, are mainly used for intimidation against a lot of attackers, but if that fails them, they have some impressive defenses on their own. One is that their hands are highly developed and covered in very thick scales, so these monsters will just straight up punch you and do so quite often. But by far their most unique defense comes from their tails. This tail can support their entire body weight with ease, and adding in the spikes they have for balance, it can set up a really impressive attack. Rearing up on their tails, they will use it as a springboard to launch themselves straight at you. Kicking with their powerful legs through the air can do some real damage to an inexperienced hunter. Now, knowing this, targeting the tail is an obvious weak point, but if you time an attack just right and hit them while they're flying through the air, you can counter them and do some real damage to them when they fall back to the ground. Now, they differ from the other raptors in more ways than just aesthetically, because much like the other raptors, they're commonly found in packs leading smaller counterparts called Maccao. But unlike the rest, the Great Maccao has no real control over its underlings and so can't coordinate attacks like, say, the Iodrome or the Velocidrome. And typically they're found wandering alone, and the pack will only really jump in when food is available to them. But if you would just rather not deal with larger numbers, I'd say aim for the feathers on its head. Once broken, the underlings will disperse and ignore any of its commands. I love the Great Maccao's design and gameplay above all other raptors, and once you add in its fantastic armor design, it's not even close.